The South African Tempest fighter jet represents one of the most ambitious, visionary, and forward-looking aerospace projects in the history of the African continent, an aircraft designed not merely as a weapon of war but as a symbol of technological sovereignty, industrial progress, and national pride for South Africa, because for decades the nation's aviation industry, driven by innovative organizations like Denel Aviation, Paramount Group, and other domestic partners, has pursued the dream of producing cutting-edge aerospace solutions that could stand alongside the world's best. And now with the unveiling of this sixth-generation concept fighter, South Africa has taken a bold step toward reshaping the global balance of air power, ensuring that the country is not only a regional leader in defense but also a pioneer of technologies that many larger nations are still struggling to master. And the aircraft itself, known as the Tempest, has been envisioned as a sixth-generation fighter that combines stealth, adaptability, artificial intelligence, unmanned autonomy, drone swarm coordination, directed energy weapons, and hypersonic strike capability into a single seamless platform that is both manned and optionally unmanned, with every system designed from the outset to be modular and upgradable so that South Africa's engineers and defense planners can continuously evolve the aircraft in response to new threats over the coming decades. And unlike earlier generations of fighters that quickly became outdated, this South African Tempest is a living system, capable of being digitally reprogrammed, structurally adapted, and operationally repurposed without the long delays of traditional redesign cycles, ensuring not only technological resilience but also cost efficiency in a world where aerospace projects often spiral into unaffordable complexity. And at the heart of the Tempest lies the unique South African philosophy of innovation through necessity, because the country has long faced restrictions on access to foreign technologies due to international politics, sanctions, or limited alliances, and out of this challenge grew a culture of self-reliance that has produced remarkable breakthroughs in fields such as armored vehicle design, missile development, and advanced electronics. And now that same spirit fuels the Tempest project, as South African scientists, engineers, and pilots envision an aircraft that does not copy the models of other nations but charts its own course, using digital design, advanced composites, and a flexible architecture to leapfrog older approaches. And this design includes a stealth fuselage with carefully blended surfaces, internal weapons bays that hide missiles and bombs from enemy radar-absorbent coatings developed through indigenous research, and S-shaped engine inlets that reduce radar cross-section while maximizing airflow efficiency, making the aircraft as invisible as possible to hostile detection systems. But stealth alone is not enough, so the Tempest incorporates advanced electronic warfare capabilities that allow it to jam, deceive, or blind enemy radars, effectively becoming not only invisible but actively disruptive in contested airspace. And the cockpit of the Tempest, or rather the helmet system of its pilot, is another revolutionary feature, because South African designers have embraced a virtual cockpit concept in which the pilot wears an advanced helmet-mounted display that projects augmented reality imagery directly into the pilot's eyes, allowing customizable layouts, sensor fusion, and battlefield overlays that transform situational awareness, while artificial intelligence systems act as digital co-pilots that analyze sensor inputs, recommend maneuvers, and manage routine systems in real time, freeing the pilot to concentrate on tactical decisions. And this integration of human and machine is crucial, because the Tempest has been built with the principle of human-machine teaming at its core, reflecting the future of warfare where autonomy enhances human decision-making rather than replacing it. And the AI systems are further extended to control drone swarms, often called loyal wingmen, which can accompany the Tempest on missions, providing reconnaissance, electronic warfare support, decoy operations, or even additional firepower, effectively multiplying the power of a single aircraft into an entire formation of manned and unmanned assets. And such a capability transforms the Tempest from a lone fighter into the centerpiece of an air combat ecosystem, orchestrating a symphony of drones and systems that dominate the skies. And propulsion has also been a central focus of the South African Tempest program, with engineers working on adaptive cycle engines capable of shifting performance between maximum thrust and fuel efficiency depending on mission requirements, while also generating extraordinary amounts of electrical power to support directed energy weapons like lasers and microwave systems. And this demand for onboard power has required new breakthroughs in thermal management, as the Tempest must remain cool and stealthy even while running high-energy systems, and the South African defense sector, known for its innovative energy solutions, has applied advanced cooling systems, new composite materials, and thermal dissipation technologies to ensure that the aircraft remains combat-ready under extreme loads, and weapons integration is designed with the future in mind, because the Tempest does not lock itself into a single generation of missiles or bombs but instead offers modular bays and open architecture that allow easy integration of future weapons, including hypersonic missiles that travel at several times the speed of sound and laser systems capable of disabling incoming enemy threats in fractions of a second, giving South Africa's Air Force the ability to adapt faster than potential adversaries. And all of this has been made possible through a digital design philosophy where every component of the Tempest exists as a digital twin in advanced simulation software, allowing testing, modification, and performance evaluation long before physical prototypes are built, reducing both cost and development time, while also ensuring that upgrades can be introduced through software and modular hardware in months rather than years, keeping the aircraft perpetually ahead of threats. And this digital backbone also allows South African industry to integrate civilian research, private sector innovation, and university partnerships into the fighter's evolution, ensuring that the entire national innovation ecosystem benefits from and contributes to the Tempest. And beyond the technological marvels, the Tempest is also a geopolitical statement, because by developing such an advanced aircraft, South Africa demonstrates to the world that Africa is not a passive consumer of imported defense systems but an active innovator, capable of producing aerospace technologies that rival or even surpass those of traditional powers. And this strengthens South Africa's position not only regionally, where it already stands as the most advanced military power in sub-Saharan Africa, but also globally, as a partner, exporter, and leader in next-generation defense solutions. And the program also inspires domestic pride and unity, showcasing to South Africans that their nation can lead in fields often dominated by larger economies, while also creating jobs, stimulating research, and advancing industries from composites to electronics to energy systems. And as development milestones are reached, demonstrator flights are expected by the late 2020s, with initial operational capability targeted around the mid-2030s, ensuring that South Africa remains secure, respected, and technologically competitive well into the future. And although challenges exist, including cost management, international competition, and the complexity of integrating so many revolutionary technologies into a single platform, the South African Tempest continues to move forward as a beacon of ambition, resilience, and creativity, a storm of innovation destined to change not only the future of the South African Air Force but also the perception of what African nations can achieve in aerospace, proving that vision, determination, and ingenuity can produce wonders even in the most competitive arenas of human achievement. And as the Tempest soars from design into reality, it carries with it not just weapons and technology but the hopes and pride of a nation determined to chart its own destiny in the skies. The South African Tempest continues to capture attention because it is more than just an aircraft. It is a statement of intent, a declaration that South Africa is ready to take its place among the nations that lead in aerospace and defense technology. And this project brings together not only engineers and scientists but also universities, private sector innovators, and skilled workers across industries, creating a chain of knowledge and production that strengthens the entire economy. And while many countries rely on imports for their most advanced defense needs, South Africa, through the Tempest program, is charting an independent course, using domestic talent and partnerships with carefully selected allies to ensure that the nation retains full sovereignty over its most critical security assets. And this independence is vital in a world where global politics can shift suddenly, where alliances may falter, and where nations that rely on imported technology can find themselves constrained by export restrictions or political pressures. But by developing its own sixth-generation fighter, South Africa ensures that it cannot be held hostage by foreign suppliers. And this autonomy is not only a military advantage but also a diplomatic tool. For a country that can build and maintain such advanced technology commands respect on the global stage, opening doors for trade, cooperation, and influence in both defense and civilian sectors. And the Tempest also serves as a magnet for the brightest minds in South Africa, offering a challenge and an opportunity that keeps talent at home, reversing brain drain by providing engineers, programmers, designers, and scientists with a project that rivals anything in the world, giving them reason to stay and contribute to national progress. And the technologies developed for the Tempest have countless civilian applications as well, from advanced composites that make cars lighter and more fuel efficient, to energy systems that improve renewable power, to AI and data processing capabilities that can revolutionize healthcare, transportation, and communications, ensuring that the investment in this fighter pays dividends far beyond the battlefield. And at the strategic level, the Tempest promises to secure South Africa's skies, defend its territorial integrity, and project power when necessary to deter aggression or protect vital trade routes, which is particularly important given South Africa's geographical position at the crossroads of major global shipping lanes, where control of the skies can also mean control of economic lifelines. And as rival powers invest heavily in drones, missiles, and advanced fighters, South Africa's decision to leap into sixth-generation technology ensures that it will not be left behind but will instead stand at the forefront of innovation, ready to meet threats with confidence. And critics who doubt South Africa's ability to deliver such a project underestimate the resilience, creativity, and determination that have defined the nation's defense industry for decades, because this is the same country that developed world-class armored vehicles, missile systems, and aerospace solutions despite limited resources and political challenges, and the Tempest embodies that same spirit on an even grander scale, demonstrating that necessity breeds innovation and that vision can overcome limitations. And as the project advances, demonstrator flights will serve as proof of concept, silencing doubts and inspiring pride not only within South Africa but across the African continent. For the Tempest is not just South Africa's project but Africa's first true entry into the highest level of aerospace innovation, a sign that the continent is ready to contribute to global technological progress rather than merely consume it. And this symbolic power is immense, inspiring a new generation of Africans to believe that they too can design, build, and fly the most advanced machines on Earth. And as South Africa positions itself as both a developer and potential exporter of advanced defense systems, the Tempest may become not only a shield for the nation but also an engine of economic growth, creating opportunities to partner with other nations, supply cutting-edge systems, and build alliances grounded not in dependency but in shared innovation. And in this way the South African Tempest is more than a fighter jet. It is a catalyst for transformation, a storm gathering strength not just in the skies but across the economy, society, and spirit of the nation, preparing South Africa for a future in which it stands tall, proud, and ready to meet any challenge with wings of its own making.